I didn't show you how to place the eggs into the incubator when I first got the turkey eggs here, so I'm going to show you. This is my incubator. This is the egg turner. This thing comes out, okay? You'll take that out on lockdown, but I'm going to use chicken eggs just to demonstrate here. Okay, you can, it's hard to tell on this one, but this is the pointy end right here, okay? That's the pointy end. Here's the rounder, bigger top. And you're just going to place those in there, okay? Pointy end down. There's no rhyme or reason, okay? I just kind of place them wherever. I kind of do it like this just to kind of maybe give it a little more airflow. I suppose if you had a ton of them, you could just fill this whole sucker up. I'm not going to do that. I've hatched a lot of chickens. Been through a lot of chickens, and I pretty much just keep them around now for eggs to eat. So okay, so here you go. This kind of gives you an idea. There's a plug-in for my turner. Okay, let's see. You just place the lid on. My egg turner has a separate plug-in, so I've got an extension cord here. And I just plug this side, and then this one here is your heating element, or excuse me, this is where you turn it on for the heat to come on. And then the buttons here, I don't think that my days work anymore, but and it's just kind of automatically set on. Right here you can put up or down, and then mode. Okay, used to I could push mode. It would give me the day, it would say like day 28, and then it would count down. But anyway, mine automatically sets to 99.5. If it's not, then you just push up, 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 and that'll give you the right temperature. Same with your humidity. Your mode should change you to whatever block. Mine's about 4 years old, and it doesn't do the best. I mean, it just automatically pretty much pops up to 995. I'm not sure how or why that happens, but anyway, it also has 2 vents here that you're going to plug up for the first 18 days. Okay? Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. If it doesn't want to, there's little holes down here for water. There's things here down here for water. You can fill those up, and also you can wet a sponge, any kind of household sponge or whatever. Wet it and just kind of set it in here, and that'll help keep your humidity up to where you're not taking the lid off, filling it up all the time, putting the lid back on, taking it off and taking it off. You want to pretty much keep the lid on as much as possible. Okay, apparently I lost my candling of the egg video, so I'm going to use a regular chicken egg, and I'm in my bathroom inside the house, and my daughter and I are in here. We're going to show you how to do it. I have my flashlight for my phone, which is actually pretty powerful. Here's the egg, and I'm going to hold it, the bottom's the pointy side down, the big side stays up, just like if it was in the incubator. And that's how you store them in the refrigerator too. Anyway, if you can see, I have the flashlight on there. You can see inside that egg. When there's life in there, you'll see some red membranes like all around here. You will be able to see it, trust me. And if there's a baby in there, you can also see it kind of just floating around in there. You can see it moving. Okay, so that's how you candle an egg. And we do that on day 10. Okay. Take care. Good morning, good morning. Today is the 25th day that the eggs have been in the incubator. So this is lockdown day. I'm going to take the eggs out, take the egg turner out, and place the eggs back in and raise the humidity, I believe, to 70%. It's been on 40 to 50% humidity. The vents, I had taken those out a few days ago. I've been doing a little bit of studying on, apparently turkeys are harder to hatch than chickens. So anyway, we're still going to see how it goes. I'm praying that they all hatch and are all healthy. But apparently if you don't have enough humidity in there, they have a thing called shrink wrap where it'll kill your baby turkey that's inside there. So I'm going to pull these out, take the egg turner out, Although let's just do it. I've got a little towel sitting over here with a basket, and I'm going to set them in there until I get this taken care of. Get the humidity raised up here, I think, to 70. So let's take these babies out. I'm just going to set them over here in a towel. And they feel heavy. I candled, so I know that there's some living ones in here. There's membranes and everything in there. So cool. This is just the neatest thing to do. So we're going to take out this turner. And I need to get it unplugged. I'm not sure which one it is here. I'll do that off the camera. So I'm going to set that down. Okay, you can see the holes here. That's for your water. You can also keep a sponge in there to keep up the humidity, which I will wet that. I'm going to try to hurry up a little bit here to get those eggs back in. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these up. Okay. Alright, and that should do it. That's filled up all the way. I'm also going to wet my sponge and put in here. I think that's good. I might put a little bit more in here. Okay, so let's set these babies back in. My bunny rabbits are in their cages on the other side of this wall, and if you hear anything banging around, it's them. Oh my goodness, and excuse my shop. It's always a work in progress around here, as you know, if you also have a farm or a homestead. Okay, so let's get this baby back on here. I'm going to wet my sponge. I've taken these out. They say you can keep the humidity up without having those plugged. There's a better chance of them to hatch. So there's that. I'm going to put the sponge in, and then I'll let you know in 3 days how it goes. Thanks for watching. I have one pipper. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the one on the bottom part. Well, actually closest to the corner, there's a pip. And this is day 27, and so tomorrow they're due, but we have one on day 27. See if it'll open. Day 27. We got one pipper / peeper. Yep, see it? So hopefully tomorrow the other ones will start working. But this one's just really working hard on getting out of there. We have 5 more after that. Stay tuned. Okay, I don't know if you can see, here's the first baby that hatched yesterday on day 27. And then we have one, today's the 28th day, so, you know, in all actuality, this is when they're supposed to hatch. But we have one more back here that's pipping right now. We have one. I don't know if you can see that one. I don't think it's moving too much, but anyway, so there's one more. And if that one makes it, then I think we'll have 4 left to go. We'll see what happens. But so anyway, this one's up, and he was up running around. There he goes. He'll get up. He's doing real good. His feathers are kind of drying out. We'll go ahead and get their brooder ready. He's trying. That'd be number 2. So this is day 30. I have 2 in here that have already hatched in the incubator. And then I have one back here that the shell's broke. It's pipped over 24 hours ago. He's in there peeping. So anyway, I don't know. I might crack his shell open. What's it going to hurt? I've tried to raise the humidity in here to see if that would help him crack it open, but it's just not. So I'll wait just a little bit. But I'm going to get the brooder ready. And then if he's not cracked out by then, I'm going to do it. So stay tuned. So this is the lamp I use, and I think it has a red bulb in it. You can see that. And then to put them in, I just have this Tupperware container, and this is what I'm going to put them in. There's just a couple of them. So what I'm going to do is put some pine shavings in and try to get it warmed up before I put them in there. I'm just going to put a thin layer in the bottom of that. Go ahead and put a food and water in here. They don't have a whole lot of room in here to roam, but I have a bigger container that I'll put them in after. I also have this cover here that I keep just in case that lamp falls. I don't want it to fall inside there, just kind of for safety. We used to clamp it down because we've had barn cats in here, but anyway, that's what it looks like. I have it all set up here. I have the 30% protein starter turkey feed, and then I just have regular water. I've got pine shavings in the bottom of this big Tupperware crate that I have, and then this wire on top, and the heat lamp's going. So I'm gonna let this heat up for a couple of hours, and then I'll put the 2 babies that I have already hatched in there, and it's pretty much time. The first one that hatched has been in there for like 2 days. So it's ready to go into here. Okay, who's first? Who's first? Come here, baby. Come here, baby. You're okay. So here's our first little guy. I don't know if you can see him. Hi, baby. There you go. There you go. You gonna get the second one, or do you want me to? Okay. Little girl's gonna get the other one. What do you think about that? This kind of blends in. What do you think about that? And I'm going to lead it to, well, maybe it's gonna go to the water. Looky there. You thirsty? Good job. Looky there. So it's it's already going to drink some water, and I will point it to the food. Like I said, this one has been in here for 2 or more days, maybe a little bit too long. I understand that the eggs give off a lot of nutrition, so I know the little thing's not starving. So anyway, there it is, and I'll go get the other one and put it in here, and we'll check back in just a little bit. So I got 2, if you can see them. I already have them in here now. I have 2 out of the 6 that hatched. One of them tried to, and it didn't make it, so I don't know what's going on with that. I raised the humidity thinking that might help it break out of its egg, but... So here's 2 that hatched, and I'm happy with that. Pretty cute. So I did candle them, and I don't know where that video went, but you should probably candle them like on the 10th day. And one of these hatched on the 27th day, and then I believe the other one did on the 28th. So they were right on time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Right now I have the heat lamp just right in the center going down here. When I do change them in, when they get a little bit bigger and I put them into a bigger box, I will put this light kind of like, I would screw this down and put like where the light's on one side. And that way if they get too warm, they can kind of go over to the other side. This is the first day in their brooder, and so I'm trying to keep them warm. I'll keep an eye on them, and if they're hiding off into one corner, well then I'll do something else about it. But as of now, they're just brand new babies, and I'm just trying to keep them as warm as I can. Well, I mentioned before that my friends, I have a couple of friends up the road that gifted me 6 turkey eggs. She kept them in a carton, and she had been turning them, and she said, well, you can take them and, you know, take a chance. She's not sure if they would all hatch or not, but I thought, well, why not? So I brought them and put them in my incubator. I wanted to show you that I keep it at 99.5, the temperature at 99.5 at all times, and then 40 to 50% humidity the first 18 days, and 65 to 75 for the rest after the 18 days. I candle them at about 10 days. I think that I did a video on the candling, but I can't find it. But I'll try to get another one and show you and explain. You pretty much just shine a flashlight underneath or on top of the egg, and just to kind of see, you'll be able to see if there's life in there. You'll be able to see the membranes and even the baby in there moving at times. Can you hear the baby turkeys in the background? They're chirping like crazy over there. These holes here have red plugs that go in them. I keep those plugs in until the babies hatch. And when they do hatch, I pull those out just so that they can kind of dry out and they can breathe in there. And you can keep the humidity up with those out. It's possible. I've done it a ton of times. But anyway, so we got 2 babies out of the 6, and I did see life when I candled them. There was one in here that I said that I don't know what its problem was. I don't know what happened to it, and you know, maybe I have the temperature wrong. I'll have to look into it. But this is how I do it. One of them didn't hatch, and I did try to pull the egg up, and I thought it was peeping. Well, it's not, and I think it's gone. So another thing I was going to mention is that after I candle them, I know a lot of people will say, oh, there's a dud and don't see anything in there, so they toss it. I personally have never done that. I keep them all. I just keep them all in there, and people are afraid that they might explode. I have never had one explode, but you can do whatever you want to do. If you don't see life, you can toss it. You might be a professional. I am not a professional. I keep them in there just because, you know, just in case. So I believe I'm on day 30 right now, 31. Well, the rest of them are duds, you know. The one that did pip and started cracking, I guess it died. But so anyway, that's just, I wanted to let you know about the humidity and the temperature that I keep it at. Oh yeah, and the lockdown is on day 25, and that's when you go ahead and get your water filled up in there, wet your sponge. You can put a sponge in there. I just have like a kitchen sponge that I put water in, and I keep it set in there to keep the humidity up, because you don't want to open it up after lockdown. Lockdown just means 25 days. You don't open it until the babies have hatched. And then once the babies have hatched, you can keep them in there, you know, 24 hours, maybe even a day longer. I think people worry about them being hungry and thirsty, but you don't necessarily need to worry about that. The egg that they're in has enough nutrition to keep them, you know, they're okay for a couple of days. You want to let them dry out before you put them into your brooder. And, you know, I got that brooder ready. I let it warm up for a couple of hours before I took them out and put them in there. And they seem pretty happy. And also you want to kind of point them towards the food dish and the water dish. They did it on their own, so I didn't have to do that. And let me walk over here and show you what looks like they're eating. It's not focused here. Anyway, they seem pretty happy. Well, I can't get it to focus. I'm so sorry. But anyway, they seem pretty happy. This one's drinking, as you can see. They're doing good. So we'll just keep an eye on them. It's their first day in their brooder.